Hey guys, today I'm gonna do my Perfect Imperfections tag because a lot of you guys have asked me to do this, and I was really nervous because a lot of the things that I guess I'm insecure about, I'm not like 100% like okay with them yet, but I guess here it goes. So I guess the way this tag works is that we're supposed to talk about the three things that we don't like about ourselves that could be major, could be minute, could be whatever, and then talk about the three things that we love about ourselves. The beauty about this is that a lot of the times, the things that you hate about yourselves, nobody else notices, nobody else even has a clue what you're talking about, and it's something that only you notice because we tend to be the hardest on ourselves, than other people being as hard on us. So I guess, okay, so my first thing that I don't like about myself is my eyes. The reason for that is, I don't know if you guys can tell, this eye is more of an Asian eye. Like, it cuts in right there, so the eyelid doesn't come all the way down there and join into my tear duct, and this eye it does. And I have nothing against Asian eyes. All I asked for is like to have two of the same eyes, like whether it was the more Asian cut one or the regular one or whatever, but I just wanted two eyes that, match. The only reason that this irritates me is not because if you look at me you would actually notice this, because I know most people probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but it's the fact that when I'm doing eye makeup and stuff, I have to do completely different things on both eyes because my eyes look completely different. And they even have a different shape. Like, this one's a lot more flat, this one's a lot more almond shaped-y. So I prefer this eye just because of the shape, not because of the fact that it goes all the way in, but that's one thing. I guess the second thing would be my nose. That's one thing that I've always said that, if I was okay with plastic surgery, if I believed in it, that's the first thing I would change about myself. But I actually went to like this plastic surgery office thing for an event. My friend and I went there, and we were able to like see what our faces would look like if we had altered whatever it is that we wanted to alter. So I like told the guy there like what I would change about my nose, and he altered it for me, and the person looked nothing like me. So that made me realize that no matter what my nose looks like, whether I hate it or whatever, it still is me and it makes me who I am. If I were to go ahead and get plastic surgery and change my nose, I wouldn't look the same, and I don't think I would identify with that person. So I just don't like it because I love the left side of my nose. It looks normal, but the right side looks completely different. Like, both sides of my nose are so different. It's weird. When you're looking straight ahead, it looks the same, but from a side angle, it's completely different. And then I think the last thing is that I have stretch marks in like the weirdest of places, and I can't stand that. Like, I'm not going to mention where I have them, but I don't like them at all. That's probably one of the things that I have disliked about myself since I was a teenager, because that's when it started happening. And that's something that I don't think even can be cured very easily, because I know that my sister has tried things for stretch marks that never worked, things like that. But that's also the first thing that I'm coming to terms with. Now I don't really care about it as much, wear whatever and not really care about the stretch marks, because to me they're really noticeable. Again, to other people, they can never see them for some reason. So that's the beauty of this. They're things that I guess are so minute. To us, they're huge because you see them every single day, especially if it's on yourself. If you don't like something, it's magnified to you. You notice it a lot more. You are just a lot harder on yourself. And for other people, they have no idea what you're talking about. They wouldn't notice it even if you brought it to their attention, and that's the beauty of it. So it's just about like accepting yourself and believing that, no matter what you look like or who you are or whatever, you're beautiful, and the things that bother you, nobody else notices, which just goes to show that there's such tiny things that you shouldn't really worry about or place emphasis on in your daily life. And then I guess the next part of this tag is to talk about the three things that we really love about ourselves. So I guess the first thing would be my lips. I've always really, really liked the shape of my lips and the size of them. They're not too big, they're not too small. And the shape, like everybody tells me when I smile, they're heart-shaped. And, right now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but in pictures and stuff, it's really obvious that my lips become like this really pretty heart, I guess. And I've always really liked that. Like, I guess I have good teeth, so I like smiling, and I like, my smile, so I've always really liked that about myself. Then I've always loved my tiny frame. I'm really small, and maybe you can't tell in my video, but I'm only 5'3", and I'm 104 pounds, so I'm a really small girl, but I really like it. Back in high school, I was like the perfect weight, which was 107, and I loved my body then. It was perfect, but for some reason I've lost weight over the years. I don't really know why, because I don't believe in diets. I eat what I want, I do what I want. I've never given much thought to, oh my god, my body's gonna look so terrible if I eat this, if I do that, whatever. So I don't really know why I've been losing weight, but I have. And you know, until a year ago I was in my 90s and I hated that. I've never been anorexic or anything of that kind, but it was too skinny for me. Other people couldn't notice it and they said it looks fine because I'm so short. But to me, I always looked disproportionate and too tiny, and I guess I always thought back to the past of like, you know, I looked this way before and that's what I want to look like. But now I'm back to what I consider a pretty good weight, and I really, really, really love that. Like, I've always really liked being small because that way I can wear the highest of heels and I'll still be shorter than all the boys, or I can just, you know, like, if you're, I don't know, for me, being this small means I can wear what I want because it tends to look really, I guess, trashy. It never ends up looking bad. Like, I don't know, I feel like I can carry off more clothes, more styles, more looks, whatever, because I am the way that I am, like, in size-wise. And then I guess the last thing would be is that I love my tiny waist. I've always had a thing for like an hourglass shaped body. One where your waist is really tiny and cinched, and that's what I have, and I really, really, really love that. That's probably been like my #1 thing that I have loved about myself, and I don't know, I really like it. It's fun because when you wear dresses and you cinch your waist with a belt and stuff, you can actually see your whole body shape and see, like, you know, how small you are in certain areas where you're not so small, whatever, and it just looks good. So those are the 3 things I love about myself, and now you guys know that the 3 things that I don't like, that I guess, I don't know, that I notice a lot more than you probably have noticed in my videos or any of my really close friends notice either. But I hope you guys liked this tag, and I actually tag all of you to do this. I love to watch these kind of things just to get to know people on a more personal level. So if you do want to do this tag, please go ahead and post it as a video response. I always watch all the video responses that I get to all of my videos, so I'm super excited, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.